Morning folks, Amanda Amble's back, ambling through the woodland today. Unfortunately I will be ambling quite slowly because poor old Magic is still limping. So yes, I haven't been ambling for a while. It's been quite, shall we say, quite sensationalist, quite dramatic in Avalon over the past week. And I'm thrilled to say that Merlin's video is really doing the rounds, and the message of what is happening at Bridies Mound is getting out very loud and clear. And also it's very clear in Avalon that there is great polarity. So I did mention about Kathy Jones calling for the goddesses to rise up because she was outraged and enraged by what was going on at Bridies Mound. So it's been interesting to say the least. So there are certain people who like to kind of rule the narrative, as it were. They write clever articles and they try and sound very clever, but actually when you analyse the things that they are saying, they're actually not really looking at things very objectively, or I would argue from the perspective of nature, of the sacred, of all that we hold dear, those of us who wish to protect the land and protect and restore the actual magic that exists in Avalon. I was just watching Mark May's, he did a beautiful video this morning, and the images are in Chalicewell Gardens, and there's a peace at Bridies Mound before. There was a wildness, there was an energy that it's difficult to put your finger on, but it was definitely sacred. And it doesn't matter that it's right in the middle of an industrial estate, or that they have built this sewage factory next to it. All of those things kind of have risen around this land, and this is the oldest monastic site in the UK, and I believe that it's known as Little Ireland as well, and the connection to Bridie is palpable. And those people who are priestesses of Bridie, I'm very surprised that you're not rising up and saying this is not okay. But I've been very heartened to see that since we've called this rally for Saturday, we're going to do a march from Market Cross, meeting at 1 o'clock, and a rally which I'm printing some A3 signs for people to hold. We're going to take instruments, poems. Bridie herself is the goddess for all kinds of things like, you know, wordsmithery, and also for, you know, forging. She's the maiden goddess. I'm not a great expert, but you know, she is the goddess of the muse, and she carries so much. And many people kind of consider themselves priestesses of Bridie without actually having done courses, but actually relating to her as a living entity, as a being. So I think it's wonderful that people in the community have come to me and said they want to do a rally. There's now a petition to remove the gravel from the top of the tour. I will put a little link to that underneath if you'd like to sign it. But it definitely does feel like a call to action. But like with anything, politics polarizes, and it seems especially so in Avalon, in Glastonbury. But you know, this hidden Avalon, this is what we really do want to protect. We're the earth protectors. So we will be printing some stuff en masse soon, and word needs to get out because this is a state of emergency. That's what we feel. And also this morning I was questioning what is the Green Party? What is green? Is green putting up solar panels in fields? Is green aiming for net zero, where we're the baddies, when it's actually the corporations and the globalists who are doing a lot of the harm? So, you know, I was talking about this with Jack Cox, who I do the interviews and I do filmmaking with, and he was saying it hasn't really been the Green Party since Jonathan Porritt. So it all feels like a complete inversion of what is right, what is, you know, what is, should be protected, nature, our connection to the sacred. All of these things seem to be very much on the line in the face of corporatization, commercialism, and all of these things that greater tourism and will bring Avalon. So they're talking about on the Towndeal website, they've been given 63.6 million to spend, and they were supposed to improve Avalon, and it was supposed to be shaped by the community. They did one consultation day that only a handful of people actually attended, and now they are just going ahead at breakneck speed with the redevelopment of Bridies. And they're saying that the roundhouse is sustainable. If you look on the website, they use words like sustainable. Well, it's evidently not sustainable. We can see steel girders to hold it up. We can see diggers going in. It looks anything but sensitive and sustainable. And, you know, people are, you know, aggrieved and very saddened by seeing these 1.8 metre wide pathways, these asphalt pathways cutting through. And we believe that, you know, this is linked with, the building work is linked with Southwest Heritage, and then the cycle path is greenways. So I will put some email addresses if you do want to take some action, because we feel that this is very urgent. And some people are saying, oh no, you know, the town deal is not linked with the World Heritage. But to me, it looks very much like they're both working towards creating Avalon as a global tourist centre. Now, at the moment, it's a global spiritual centre, and we have mostly pilgrims coming here. They want to invite the masses here. They want mass tourism over tourism and everything that brings. Anyhow, I know this is a bit of a rant, and I know that it is polarising the town. But, you know, sometimes we have to stand up to, you know, what is happening if we don't agree. And I know that I'm also standing for lots of other people. I'm very much looking forward to meeting people at the rally and also celebrating creativity, just as Bridie would have wanted. Thank you so much for watching. Amanda Amble's signing out, and I will be making a film, a more detailed film with Merlin soon. So watch this space. Thank you so much for watching from a very green and lush woodland here. Take care.